We've got a mixed operation here. Cropping, a lot of dry land cropping. We have irrigation. Like this year we'll have 11 circles of loosened seed. All the crops we grow are all seed crops. And we run Dohne sheep and they mix into our program. But we decided as a group here to feed people rather than just clothe them. And we wanted something that wanted to stay alive too and could handle the conditions. Well, I wanted to grow meat. I just didn't want to grow meat with no wool. Like we could have gone the Dorp away or something like that, but I thought if we're going to shear a sheep, we need to take something off it, so that's why we went to Donies.
And look, they've obviously performed for you really well. You took out the award for JBS Lamb Producer of the Year last year against 900 other producers. That's a pretty good accolade to hold.
That was very big, and it blew us away, that whole award, because we just thought we're ordinary farmers here, and so we must have done something right to get that, and everyone was just so happy.
Wayne, how many Dohne ewes are you running in your operation?
At the moment, we're running about 5,200. It's been ranging between 52 and 55, but this year we've got about 52. Well, they've got the hybrid vigour, and they've got the get up and go. They love to the mad sheep really, but they love to mate, and they love to get in lamb, and they love, when you watch them lambing out in the paddock, the little lambs are like a little bit of cake of soap, they just pop out beautifully.
Where do you see Dohnes in your operation sort of over the next 5 to 10 years? Oh,
look, I can see them in there right through. And every year we seem to be doing more with them, grazing and we're fine-tuning what we're doing. But we've still got a long way to go. And I think the whole industry has too, because we're not there yet. I don't think we ever will get there.
No.
Because there's so many measurements that have been done now that I think we've got to, I reckon we've got to come from the other end of the stream with our measurements, rather than seeing the ram breeders doing all their measurements. We've got to come from the meatworks and work all our way back and find out where these good sheep are coming from. That's what we've got to do, and identify the good breeding sheep, or the good breeding flocks. That's what we've got to do. So to get that, we've got to have ID all the way through on every animal, and that's really going to fire people up.
Wayne, genetic consistency must play an important role in your operation, as far as output is concerned.
And today, when we were talking to the scanner, he was saying how some flocks of merinos are all over the place with their lambing percentages, not percentages, but their percentage in lamb. So somehow it's not consistent enough, whereas you seem to think in the Dohnes, they seem to be up the top end of the scale all the time with their conception rates, which is, that tells us something about the breed. Yeah, even the dumbfold farmer like myself can get them in lamb. Well, when we went into the breed, we knew we weren't going to get as much wool, and but we could see there was going to be more lambs in the ground, and less losses and all that sort of thing. Yeah, well, the lambs hit the ground, and all they want to do is grow. So really, the Dohne breed needs to be, they need to be the benchmark. All these other breeds should be looking up to them. That's how I see it. Well, I just think we've got to measure so much more. What's got to happen? They've got to have ID tags all the way through, and when those lambs are killed at the abattoirs, they've got to trace back. If you're a breeder or you're a buyer of whatever you are of lambs, store lambs, you've got to be able to trace those lambs all the way back to where they were bred, and then we'll be able to look at those sires that have been bred and find out which are the best. So that's how it's got to happen, I reckon. And if we start measuring that sort of thing so much more, our industry will probably shoot up like the pigs and the chooks.
Well, Wayne, thank you very much for your time today, mate.
That's all right. It's been a pleasure.